The following program originates live with the NBC television network.
NBC Sports presents the 1965 World Series. From Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California, the Minnesota Twins meeting the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Brought to you by
Chrysler Canada Limited and its dealers who sell Imperial, Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth, Valiant, Dodge and Fargo trucks.
And your local Dodge
From
dealer.
Chrysler Canada
And by
Limited.
Gillette, makers of refreshing sun-up
And by
aftershave. Right Guard,
The
America's
Gillette
most
Safety
popular
Razor
deal.
Company, maker of the slim adjustable razor. The Gillette Super Stainless, the totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade. Foamy, the cream of all instant lather. Right Guard spray deodorant and new Heads Up hairdressing for men.
Los Angeles, California, and the fourth game of the 1965 World Series. In appreciation for your continued support, Chrysler Corporation and the Gillette Safety Razor Company bring you this World Series and such other outstanding events as the All-Star Baseball Game, NCAA College Football, and the 1965 Rose Bowl Game, exclusively on NBC. Hi again, everybody. Well, as far as Dodger fans are concerned, order has been restored here in Los Angeles after the Twins had won the first two games of the World Series. Because yesterday, in one of the finer pitching efforts in the World Series, Claude Osteen for the Dodgers defeated the Twins by a score of 4-0. And today we're going to have a pairing of the opening game pitchers, a battle of right-handers. The pitchers will be Don Drysdale for the Dodgers and Jim Mudcat Grant for the Twins. And to set the stage for us now, from the Dodger point of view, the voice of the Los Angeles Dodgers, Vin Scully. Vin?
Thank you, Ray, and hi, everybody. I think the feeling of optimism on both sides, the Twins feel that they now have two pitchers who have already beaten the Dodgers, namely their pitcher today, Jim Mudcat Grant, along with Jim Cott for tomorrow. The Dodgers feel that you might beat Drysdale and Koufax once around, but not twice in the same week. And so both ball clubs are highly optimistic. One of them will be wrong. For the Dodgers, they have suffered one blow. Second baseman Jim Lefevre suffered a severely bruised heel in scoring yesterday. Lefevre will give way to Dick Tracewski. That will be the one drastic change in the starting lineup. Talking about the starting lineup, let's get back to Ray Scott.
Right, Vin, we tell you now this game is authorized under television rights granted by the Commissioner of Baseball solely for the entertainment of our audience. And any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Commissioner is prohibited. Any commercial or other use of the program, such as by charging admission for its showing, is similarly prohibited unless authorized in writing by the Commissioner.
Number 41, Blue Johnson.
Dodger Stadium will again see a sellout crowd. Yesterday's crowd, an all-time record for attending a game in this beautiful ballpark in Los Angeles. So for those of you who might well be visiting Dodger Stadium for the first time, here are the dimensions. 330 feet down the left field line to the foul pole.
Number 8, John Roseboro.
380 just to the right of the bullpen. A park that is symmetrical in every respect. 410 feet to deep left center. And being symmetrical, the distances then are the same in deep right center. 380 feet.
Number 53,
And to the foul pole in right, 330 feet. The weatherman has given us a day just about like yesterday. There is a haze The lights have not as yet been turned on here at Dodger Stadium. They were turned on before the start of yesterday's game. Then in the middle innings, the sun burned away much of the haze. Jim Grant is starting for the Twins today, and a short while ago we asked him how he'll pitch against the Dodgers today.
This is going to be a different ball club today because they're in their own home ballpark. But I intend to pitch about the same game I pitched over there, trying to keep them all off the bases and not walk anybody. I hope to have some success.
Grant, the winner over the Dodgers in the opening game of the series by a score of 8-2. His mound opponent for today's game, Don Drysdale, a loser on opening day, whereas Grant was a 21-game winner during the regular season. Drysdale won 23 and lost 12 and posted an outstanding earned run average of 2.78. Drysdale, by his own admission, had difficulties in putting the ball where he wanted to put it in the first game, and it had something to do with his downfall as he was hit hard by the Twins. The starting lineup for the Twins: at shortstop, Zoilo Versalles. In left field, Sandy Valdespino. The right fielder, Tony Oliva. The cleanup batter and third baseman, Harmon Killebrew. Jimmy Hall will be in center field today. Don Mincher will play at first base. And starting today's game, despite a very painful injury yesterday, is Earl Batty. In the 8th spot, the second baseman, Frank Quillisi, and as we've told you, the pitcher will be Jim Mudcat Grant. The fourth game of the 1965 World Series is being brought to you from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California.
Your Chrysler Canada dealer presents Hit Parade for 66. A lineup of cars that are bound to lead the parade. Exciting Chrysler. Move up. Enjoy the Chrysler way of life. Big Dodge. Dodge gives you more than ever before. More size, more comfort, more pride. It's a lot more car for your money. Swinging Coronet by Dodge. Coronet's a new idea from Dodge. Plymouth. Twice the Tiger for 66. There's the hot new Belvedere, a smart new Sizzler from Plymouth. Then there's the big new Plymouth Fury. Nothing goes like Fury. Spirited Valiant. Nobody beats Valiant for value. See them all now at your Chrysler Canada dealers during Hit Parade 66.
The umpires for this fourth game of the World Series at home plate will be the National League's Ed Sudol, the American League's Bob Stewart at first, Ed Vargo of the National League at second, Ed Hurley of the American League at third, and on the foul lines, the National League's Tony Benson and the American League's John Flaherty. And now to give us the lineup for the Dodgers for this fourth game, here again, Vin Scully.
Thank you, Ray. Walter Alston going up to home plate right now to join a discussion with Maury Wills and Sam Mealy, and it must be about ground rules. So while they are chatting, we'll check the lineup. Maury Wills, the captain, leading off at shortstop. Jim Gilliam at third base, hitting second. And Willie Davis in center field. Ron Fairley hits cleanup against right-hand pitching. He's in right field. Lou Johnson in left field. Wes Parker at first base. Johnny Roseborough hitting seventh behind the plate. And Dick Krasuski at second base for the injured Jim Lefevre. Krasuski played in all four games of the 1963 World Series against the Yankees. He sparkled with the glove. He did not do much hitting. He batted .154. Lefevre, who is sidelined today and probably tomorrow, was hitting .400 when he was hurt. And Don Drysdale, the pitcher. Sam Mealy, who is smiling but anxious, still awaiting news about the arrival of his fifth child, his wife in Quincy, Massachusetts, waiting. Crowd filing in. Yesterday, we had an all-time attendance crowd here at Dodger Stadium of 55,934, and we certainly will have something like that today. It does not appear to be too much of a serious discussion by any means. As you can see, Olson just kind of gazing over to where Drysdale is warming up. and Wills and Mealy engaged in a conversation. Oh, by the way, remember if you were watching yesterday that you saw Sam Mealy and Walter Alston in a discussion behind home plate. And what Walter was telling Sam Mealy was that we have X-ray machines in the clubhouse. And if anything happens, as it did to Batty, why, we could have him X-rayed right here at the park. Now, the color guard from the United States Naval and Marine Reserve Training Station, and our national anthem will be sung by John Raitt, star of stage and screen and one of Southern California's outstanding college athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Sung by John Raitt.
A quick recap, the first game, Minnesota beating the Dodgers 8-2, Jim Grant the winner and Don Drysdale the loser. In the second game of the series, 5-1 Minnesota, Jim Cott the winner, Sandy Koufax the loser. In the third game of the series, 4-0 Dodgers, Claude Osteen the winner, Camilo Pascual the loser. The first ball being thrown out by the president of the University of Southern California, Dr. Norman Coppin, and the ball caught by his famous baseball coach, Rod Dado. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the... The lights have been turned on here at Dodger Stadium, so the conditions are just about the same as yesterday, except it is a bit brighter at this hour than at the comparable hour of yesterday's game. You remember about the fifth inning or sixth inning of yesterday's game, the outfielders had to come in and ask for sunglasses. Today, the veteran outfielder will take the field wearing sunglasses. That's Willie Davis, Maury Wells, and Jim Gilliam adjusting sunglasses, too. Dick Trasuski, number 44, dropped into a starting berth because of the injury yesterday to Jim Lefevre. It is doubtful whether Lefevre will be able to play tomorrow. That's Ron Fairley squinting up into the glare, and the outfielders and infielders will have a brighter sky at the start of the game than yesterday. Walter Alston talking to Dick Krasuski, and that's his pitching coach, number 36, Lefty Phillips. Number 28 is Wes Parker. Number 18, the third base coach, Preston Gomez. There's the captain, grouping his forces behind him, and the Dodgers take the field. Setting the Dodgers defensively, Wes Parker at first. Dick Krasuski at second. Maury Wills at short. Jim Gilliam at third. Lou Johnson in left. Willie Davis in center. Ron Fairley in right. Johnny Roseboro going all the way in the series back of the plate. And Don Drysdale on the mound. 23-12 during the regular season. Jim Lemon coaching at first. And Billy Martin coaching at third. Johnny Roseboro had some ideas about Drysdale's pitching. Here's what he said before the game.
Well, the last time out, if you notice, Drysdale's control was bad and he wasn't throwing good. So today, if his velocity is good and the ball is down, I think that possibly he'll have a better ball game. And one way to find out, if he throws the ball above the waist more than 3 or 4 times in any given inning, he's not on. And watch his curveball. If his curveball is sharp and fast, then we're going to be all right.
Well, we'll find out about that right now. As Zorro Versailles, Sandy Valdespino, and Tony Oliva will open up the first inning of the 4th game of the World Series. Versailles, the standout player in the series, without any doubt. He is 5 for 13, 4 runs batted in, including a 3-run home run, and he has sparkled. Strike. Drysdale is a low ball pitcher, and he was pitching high in Minnesota. Right. Oh, and 2 to Zoilo Versailles, leading off. One and 2. Versailles hit a 3-run home run against Drysdale in the 3rd inning of the first game. Drysdale also struck him out twice, but the home run was the big blow. High foul, out of play. One and 2, the leadoff man, Zoilo Versailles. High fly ball to left field. It's playable. Lou Johnson. One away. Interesting to note that Drysdale, in making his pitches to Versailles, did not throw a curveball. They were all fastballs. And that last fastball was up. Here's Sandy Valdespino. He had a double against Drysdale in the first game, appeared as a pinch hitter yesterday and popped out. He's 1 for 5 in the series. Gilliam up even with the bag at third. Parker's back at first. Right. There's Gilliam, anchored at the bag. 0-1. 1-1. Hasn't thrown a breaking ball yet. Valdespino's the greatest gum chewer in the world. Change-up, hit down the line, base hit. Johnson over to get it. And Valdespino heading for two. The throw, he got it. Drysdale did not make a good pitch, but watch the good throw to Trasuski. Sandy claiming he had avoided the tag. And now we have our first real argument of the day. The manager, Sam Mealy, is out there appealing with second base umpire Ed Vargo on the call. Drysdale, in changing up on Valdespino, got the ball up. And immediately after the out, Roseboro went out to the mound, and I'm sure he was reminding Drysdale to get it down. Here's Tony Oliva. So it's a single, and Valdespino is out at second from Lou Johnson to Dick Trasuski. Oliva 2 for 12 in the series. Fastball. Valdespino ran up as if to bunt before he hit the changeup for the base hit. Tony wants a rosin bag from Harmon Killebrew. Two out, first inning, no score. Fouled away. 0-2. To Tony Oliva. Fouled away. Interesting thing about Oliva, he is what you would call a free swinger. As you notice, he's fouled off all three. And normally, free swingers have a habit of striking out. But Oliva is not a strikeout man by the figures. He makes contact most of the time. In almost 600 at-bats this year, he struck out only 64 times. 0-2. 5. 1-2 to Tony Oliva. 2 out, first inning, no score. We now have some blue skies overhead, so it is clearing up quickly. Jammed him. Little foul off third. Gilliam is there. He's got it. No runs to hit, nobody left. At the end of half an inning, Minnesota nothing, and the Dodgers coming out.
Take a good, long, hard look at Dodge for 66. Dodge is big in looks, in size, in room, in comfort, in everything. Dodge is luxurious, outside and inside. Dodge is proud. Dodge looks like a Dodge. Take a good look at Dodge. It's the most car in the popular price field.
Get more, get a lot more, get a lot more car for your money. Get Dodge for 66.
Yes, Dodge is a lot more car for your money.
Get Dodge for 66.
It's at Minnesota defensively now. At first, Don Mincher. At second, Frank Quillisi, along with shortstop Zolo Versailles. At third, Harmon Killebrew. Sandy Valdespino in left. Jimmy Hall in center. Tony Oliva in right. Earl Batty behind the plate. And on the mound, the Mudcat, Jim Grant, 21-7 during the regular season. It's a strong game to beat the Dodgers in the first game of the series, 8-2. Wills, Gilliam, and Willie Davis, the way the Dodgers stack up. Strike. Wills is 4 for 13 in the series. Killebrew up in on the grass. Mincher up inside the bag. Fouled away. 0-2. So Grant quickly ahead of leadoff man Wills. 0-2. Breaking ball high. 1-2. Breaking ball outside. So 2 fastballs and 2 curves in the count, 2-2. Fastball fouled away. Despite the fact there are 2 strikes on Wills, the Twins still play the corners out, Killebrew and Mincher. Fouled off third, out of play. Jim Grant, who showed the Dodgers great control and got out in front and threw strikes the rest of the way in the first game. Hopper wide of first to Mincher. He goes over the head of the pitcher. There's a collision with Quillisi, and Wills and Quillisi went down. Morey is safe at first base. Mincher appeared to be confused as he tried, I think, to throw to Quillisi, but Grant was already at the bag, and the throw went over Mudcat's head. And then Wills and Quillisi collided at the bag. Here it is again. Boom. Fortunately, they are both all right. It'll be a base hit for Wills. Jim Gilliam is 2 for 13 in the series. When Wills is aboard, in order to get that ball up to the plate as quickly as possible, Gilliam sees a lot of fastballs. Mincher holding Wills. Ball 1. So the Dodgers get a break in the bottom of the first. Gilliam checked with Preston Gomez. Mincher holding Wills. Little pop fly into shallow left field. Valdespino is there. 1 away. Here's Willie Davis. Willie in the series is 2 for 12. He had one of those hits yesterday, a single. First inning, 1 out, no score. Wills at first. Killebrew up inside the bag at third. Strike. 0-1 to Willie. Outfield fanned out about straight away. Wills goes. Pitch is high. The throw down. He's in there. For Maury Wills, his second stolen base. Let's take another look at it. So Wills at second, 1 out in the first inning. Willie Davis trying to pick him out. Right side of the infield deep. Willie around to bunt. Takes a strike. Sometimes the Dodgers will work a play whereby Willie will fake a bunt to draw the third baseman in, and if the third baseman comes in, then Will sneaks in the back door. Versailles to the bag. Ground ball to Mincher, back of the bag. He has to hurry. He's safe. I would think that pitcher Jim Grant takes the blame on that play. On any ball hit to the right side, the pitcher has to get off that rubber in a hurry, and Grant just was too late. So the Mudcats in trouble. Runners at first and third with 1 out. On infield singles on a stolen base, and Ron Fairley the batter. Wills at third, Willie Davis at first. Fairley hit the home run against Jim Grant in the first game of the series. Ron is 4 for 12. Good fastball. 0-1. There's Willie Davis at first and Wills at third. Wills never tries to steal home, so Grant can forget about that possibility. Ground ball down to Quillisi. He goes to Versailles. Back to first. Not in time. The run is over. And credit that run to Willie Davis, because Willie got down to second to tie up Versailles so much that Zoilo's throw to first base did not have anything on it. And it's 1-0 Dodgers. So the speed paid off in this instance to break up the double play. And here's Lou Johnson. Ball 1. Wes Parker on deck. Dodgers 1, Twins 0, first inning. Fastball, little pop fly, Quillisi on the grass. He's got it. For the Dodgers, a run on 2 hits, they leave a man. At the end of 1, the Dodgers 1, the Twins 0.
If you like your excitement big and beautiful, meet your kind of car. Chrysler Sport 300. This is the Chrysler that's as young as you feel. This is the Chrysler that was designed for the adventuresome. Chrysler Sport 300 is all action. Action up front with a screaming 440 V8. Action in motion with precise cat-quick handling. Sport 300 is a new breed Chrysler for a new breed of man. Perhaps you, perhaps now. Move up, thrill to and enjoy the Chrysler way of life. See the spirited Chrysler Sport 300, the easy-to-own Windsor, or the luxurious New Yorker at your Chrysler dealers now.
Sandy Valdespino tried to take the extra base on the single to left. It's part of the Twins' plan, says Coach Billy Martin.
Well, I think if we get a chance today in this Dodger ballpark with the deep park that they have here, and the arms of the opposition aren't as strong as in some of the ball clubs in the American League, when we get the opportunity, we're certainly going to run on them. We're going to take that little extra base if we can.
Armin Killebrew takes the first Drysdale curveball of the day low. 1 ball and no strikes. Armin 3 for 9. Run batted in. The curveball was down and away, and then he gave him the fastball up around the letters. 1-1. You get a fastball to Killebrew between the knees and the belt buckle, forget it. Ball 2. Drysdale gave up a single in the first inning on a changeup to Valdespino. Jammed him again, letter high fastball, 2-2. Harmon, of course, was out 7 weeks with a dislocated elbow. He still hit 25 home runs. Ball 3. Three and 2. Slider, ball 4. Center fielder Jimmy Hall. Good running speed. He's 1 for 3 in the series. Jimmy wearing the protective ear covering on the right side. Ball 1. Hall's hit in the series came in the 5th inning against left-hander Jim Brewer. Jimmy having a look at Billy Martin's signs. On deck, Don Mincher. They are not holding Killebrew. Parker directly back of the runner. Over. 1-1. Dodgers lead 1-0 here in the 2nd inning. Billy Martin perhaps hanging out a sign. Playing Hall to pull. Sinker. 1-2. Drysdale wants to check with Roseboro. One and 2 the count. Fastball got it. One away. Don Mincher, left-hand hitting first baseman who homered against Drysdale. He's 3 for 10 in the series. Dodgers play him to full. Infield swung around to first. Outfield shaded around to right. Parker directly back to Killebrew, not holding him on. Half swing for a strike. 1-1. One and one to count to Don Mincher. 1 out, Killebrew at first base. 1-0 Dodgers, second inning. Jammed him, and he fouled it back to the wire. 1-2. I think that should bring back a few memories, that one pitch, to Sal Magley, who was finishing up his career when Drysdale just came up to the Dodgers. And Sal was trying to teach the young Don Drysdale how to throw a little curve to jam the left-hand batters. And that's just what he gave Mincher. 1-2. 2-2. Two and two. Fouled away. In case you joined us a little late, the Dodgers on 2 infield singles, a stolen base, and a force play picked up a run in the first inning. And the big play in the first inning was Willie Davis' speed, enabling him to tie up Zoilo Versalles. Got him. Two out, and here is Earl Batty, and we are delighted to know that Earl is able to play. He scared everybody in town yesterday. Earl is in pain. His neck is stiff and sore. And as you said before the ball game, I'm going as far as I can. He's a Los Angeles boy, and Ray Scott has an interesting story or anecdote concerning Earl Batty.
Earl's mother was not able to watch yesterday's game, in fact, not able to listen to it because of her religion, and as a result was spared the ordeal of seeing her son, well, at the moment it looked like he might have been grievously hurt. Fortunately, not serious.
Fastball for a strike, 0-1. 2 out, second inning, 1-0 Dodgers. Earl Batty is 2 for 11 in the series, 2 RBIs. He singled to right to drive in a couple against Drysdale. Breaking ball high. I don't believe Drysdale has thrown a curveball for a strike. And of the curveballs he has thrown so far, only one was low to Killebrew. All the breaking balls to Mincher were up. Fastball over. So he seems to be able to put the fastball just where he wants to, and he's having some difficulty with his breaking ball. 1-2. In there, breaking ball. Down he goes. No runs, no hits, a man left. Scored. The end of an inning and a half. The Dodgers won, the Twins nothing.
Your job. The new Dodge and Fargo trucks work harder and longer for you.
And now, another message from Chrysler. September 26, 1962, Chrysler Canada Limited announced the 5-year or 50,000-mile powertrain warranty. These cars carried it, the 1963 Chrysler-built cars. Today, many of these cars have new car warranty left. Think of this when you're buying a new 1966 car. Think of still having warranty protection in 1968, 69, or even 70. Makes sense to buy a car or truck from Chrysler.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Dodgers. The Dodgers will have Wes Parker, Johnny Roseboro, and Dick Tracewski. Wes Parker is 3 for 7 in the series. Killebrew has to play up. He has good running speed. He's going to bunt. Drags it by a diving Grant. Willis' play too late. So the Dodgers have 3 hits, all infield hits. But baseball isn't like fishing. You don't throw those little ones back. Johnny Roseboro is 3 for 11. Parker stole 13 bases during the regular season. There's a bunt, foul, and they're going to really concentrate on the alleys of first and third. Roseboro normally does not bunt. Like any veteran catcher, he's slowed up, and consequently the Dodgers play hit and run with him a great deal. They're doing it now. There goes Parker, and it's off Batty's glove, and Parker is on his way to third. He's in there. So the Dodgers were playing hit and run, and the pitch was very high and off Earl Batty's glove. We'll see how they rule it. Pass ball, wild pitch, probably a stolen base as well, and that's it. Stolen base and a wild pitch. There's West to second, and keeps on going. The Twins play their infield out. Ground ball to Quillisi, right to his leg. Lead 2-0, and that will be an error charged to Frank Quillisi. Dick Tracewski gets into this World Series, and here's how he feels about it.
Well, it's always a real pleasure to play in the World Series. It's a little tough to come off the bench like I did yesterday, and today I think it's going to be a little better for me because I'm going to start the ball game, and it's always a great pleasure to play in a World Series, and I did it before in 1963 coming off the bench, and I think I could do it again here in 1965.
So the foul bunt to Don Mincher for 1 out. Johnny Roseboro holding at first, and Don Drysdale coming out. On the error charge to Frank Quillisi with the infield up, there is no run batted in, credited to Roseboro. One at bat in the first game, went 0 for 1. So Jim Grant behind 2-0 here in the second inning. Fouled away, 0-2. Roseboro at first does not present too much of a problem as far as stealing is concerned. They'll watch him anyway, but John stole only 1 base this year. 0-2. Ball 1. Drysdale really gets up on the plate and up towards the mound. Look where his left foot is when he gets back in the box. One and 2. There goes Roseboro. Curve is strike 3, and they hang him out easily. So the double play, 2-6. For the Dodgers, a run on 1 hit and an error. Nobody left, and at the end of 2 innings of play, Dodgers 2, Twins nothing.
tell you, folks, I'm twice the Tiger for 66. Yeah, twice the Tiger. This year, there are two great lines of Plymouth cars. The big new Plymouth Fury and the hot new Plymouth Belvedere.
Belvedere is the brand new fun-sized Plymouth, a top-performing new kind of Plymouth. Belvedere, packed with power and performance. Belvedere is the hot one for 66. This is the beautiful 66 Plymouth Fury, the Plymouth for people with a taste for big car comfort and roominess, a taste for scat-away power and performance. Plymouth Fury has all this and lots more. Nothing goes like Fury, and Fury, just like Belvedere, is built with famous Plymouth quality and dependability. And both cars are backed by Plymouth's famous warranty. Belvedere, Fury.
They're the greatest.
The Dodgers finished out the second inning playing hit and run with Don Drysdale at the plate and Johnny Roseboro at first base. The only time they'd turned Roseboro loose on the base paths, but it didn't work out as Earl Batty fired a strike to Zoilo Versalles. So the Dodgers in 2 innings have stolen 2 bases. They played hit and run twice. One was on a wild pitch that sent Parker to third, and they have a couple of bunt singles. Frank Quillisi, whose error allowed the run to come over, will lead it off. Frank is 2 for 9, followed by pitcher Jim Grant, and then leadoff man Zoilo Versalles. Dodgers 2, Twins nothing in the third. Gilliam about even with the bag at third. Ball 1. You notice the defense on Quillisi, Gilliam up, and the outfield fairly shallow. Fly ball into shallow left center. Willie is there. And was fighting the glare. Almost lost that ball. When he went down into a crouch, he was trying to find a dark spot as a backdrop for the ball. This 1965 World Series game is being brought to you live and in color, exclusively on NBC. One problem about Dodger Stadium that sets it apart from all other ballparks and consequently gives the players some trouble is its actual design. Strike to Jim Grant. Most parks, you have a lower deck and maybe a mezzanine and an upper deck, and that's that. But if you stand out in center field here and look in, you see almost a deck of cards. There's 6 levels. 0-2. Starting with the dugout seats behind home, then you have the lower grandstand, then the mezzanine, then the club level, and then 2 more decks up above that. 0-2. Got him. Drysdale has now struck out 4 out of the last 5. Here's Zoilo Versalles. Slide to left field in the first inning. Ball 1. Two out, third inning. Dodgers 2, Twins nothing. Ball 2. Two and 0. Fouled away down the line, well out of play. 2-1. If you're playing center field at Dodger Stadium, that's what you look at. A lot of levels and a lot of people and a lot of color. Tough to find the ball. Hit to the left to Will. Base hit to center field. Relay recovered by Drysdale. Zoilo holding on. And Sandy Valdespino will be coming out. For Zoilo Versailles, his sixth hit. So Versailles at first base has more hits than anyone else in the series up to here. Here's Sandy Valdespino. 2 for 6. Single to left in the first inning. Ball 1. One and 0. Jim Lemon and Zoilo Versailles, perhaps appealing to Bob Stewart about Drysdale's move. Drive to center field. Willie Davis is there. He's got it. No runs ahead, a man left at the end of 2.5 innings. The Dodgers 2, the Twins nothing.
Swinging people, swinging car.
Swinging Coronet
By Dodge. Coronet, such a beautiful, exciting car.
Swinging Coronet.
How can a car be so exciting yet so practical? Room here, room there, room everywhere.
Swinging Coronet.
And when you want to go, it goes zoom.
It's got the most in its class. It's by itself in its class.
Suddenly, all the others seem so.
Swinging Coronet.
Your Dodge dealer sells it. Get with it.
Swinging Coronet. Great new charger for you. Get into the swing.
Just prior to today's game, and here's what he said.
Well, we feel that we're in a good position again. We felt that the third game was probably the most important game for us. We won that. Now we have Don Drysdale and Sandy Koufax coming back for the next 2, and we feel that we have an edge, believe it or not, even though we're behind. I don't think that they'll see the same Drysdale today that they saw in the opening game, and they'll see a different Koufax also. So we're real optimistic.
Base hit for Will, bouncing one over the drawn-in Harmon Killebrew. So the Dodgers now have 4 hits. Not one of the 4 hits has reached the outfield, and they will take them gratefully. Here's Gilliam. Will stole second base in the first inning. Ball 1. Morey revving up the motors. Dodgers 2, Twins nothing, bottom of the third in the 4th game of the World Series. Little high, ball 2. Grant is not quite as sharp as he was opening day. He's been behind several times. He goes. Swung on and missed. The throw down. They get him. The tag made by Frank Quillisi on a perfect throw by Earl Batty. And Grant did a good job of holding him on as well. So Wills is shot down from Earl Batty to Frank Quillisi. Now we'll take another look. 2-1 the count to Jim Gilliam. 1 out. Gilliam flied to left field in the first inning. He has 2 hits and 14 at-bats. High foul off third. Killebrew coming over to the Dodger dugout. He's got it. 2 out. And Grant cut loose with a good fastball that time and almost sawed the bat off Gilliam's hand. Here's Willie Davis. Willie had the infield single in the first inning, but even more important was his speed going from first to second to break up what looked like a perfect double play ball. He was able to tie up Versailles, and Zoilo's throw to Mincher did not have anything on it, and the run came over. Ball hit right to Mincher. He'll do it himself. And the Dodgers, no runs, a hit, nobody left. At the end of 3, Dodgers 2, Twins nothing. We pause for station identification.
This is the CBC Television Network.
A reminder, tonight at 10, 9 Central Time, it's the wackiest ship in the Army to the rescue of a woman in distress. Watch this wonderfully wacky comic adventure tonight, following Bonanza on NBC. So far, in 3 innings, there have been several big plays. Wills outlegging a roller in the first inning on the collision with Frank Quillisi. Willie Davis beating Jim Grant to the bag for a base hit on a ground ball to Mincher. And then Willie Davis tying up Versailles at second base to allow a run to come over. And in the second inning, the single, a bunt single by Parker, and on a hit-and-run play, a wild pitch that sent Parker to third. He scored on Quillisi's error. And the Dodgers lead 2-0 in the 4th. Tony Oliva, Harmon Killebrew, and Jimmy Hall will try to get them back. Oliva is 2 for 13. He forgot his helmet, so they'll bring a hard hat to him. Fouled away. 0-1. Big Jim Lemon handling that one. Bob Stewart, the first base umpire, throws it out. 4th inning, the Dodgers 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The Twins no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Drysdale has struck out 4. Grant has struck out 1. It was Drysdale. 1-1. Oliva asking Ed Sudol to examine the ball. Big crowd, very quiet. One and one. Ball 2. Drysdale on 2 breaking balls, very high and way outside. American League batting champ, fouled away. 2-2. He got the fastball up and in that time. Drysdale, during the regular season, started 42 games and completed 20. Fastball, a comebacker to Parker. Drysdale, a good fielding pitcher, despite the fact he fell down in Minnesota. Here's Harmon Killebrew, 3 for 9 in the series, walked in the second inning. Breaking ball. I tell you, he got it in a dangerous spot, and Harm really let out. Oh, and 2. Oh, and 2 to Harmon Killebrew. 1 out in the 4th inning. Bases empty. Dodgers 2, Twins nothing. A mile drive in the left field. Johnson go back. Way back. Goodbye. So Harmon Killebrew drills one deep into the left field seat. It went out beyond the 380 marker. And for Drysdale, he could eat his glove for only one reason. Every member of the pitching fraternity hates to give up a hit, particularly a home run, when the count was 0-2. And the score is 2-1. Dodgers. Here's Jimmy Hall. Change hit to the left of Wills. He's at the bag. Throws him out. So the changeup got Jimmy Hall 2 out. Drysdale led the Dodger pitching staff and in the unenviable department of home runs allowed. Don gave up 30 home runs during the regular season. And in the series, he has now allowed 3. Here's a fellow who hit the first of the 3, Don Mincher. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Change up, hit off the end of the bat to Gilliam. The throw to Parker. That does it. 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left at the end of 3.5 innings. Dodgers 2, Twins 1.
Have a ball in a Valiant sedan. Get out, have fun in a Valiant sedan. There's room for everyone and more in a Valiant sedan.
Raise the roof in a Valiant convertible. Get out and go in a Valiant convertible. Feel the fresh breeze blow in a Valiant convertible. Live it up in a Valiant hardtop. Get out and swing in a Valiant hardtop. Now's the time for a fling in a Valiant hardtop.
And remember, nobody beats Valiant for value.
Ron Fairley batted against Jim Grant in Minnesota. Here's what Ron had to say.
Well, Jim Grant has a pretty good fastball, and he does have good command of this particular pitch. He's not going to fool you too much with his breaking stuff, although I understand he has developed a little bit better curveball, but he's basically a fastball pitcher. As far as the ball that I got very fortunate to hit a home run against Jim, but he gave me a good pitch. I don't think he necessarily wanted to make that particular pitch, but fortunately I got around on it pretty good, and it is kind of a small ballpark, and fortunately I got the ball up in the air enough, and it's got over the fence.
1 ball and no strikes to Ron. Bottom of the 4th inning, Dodgers 2, Twins 1. Don Drysdale and Jim Grant. High with a fastball, ball 2. Jim Grant, 21-game winner, trying to win his 2nd in the World Series. High pop-up. Back of first is Mincher in foul ground. 1 away. Lou Johnson has already figured prominently in the game when he threw out Sandy Valdespino trying to go to 2nd in the 1st inning. As a batter, he popped up 0 for 1. He had a perfect day yesterday. 2 doubles, a walk, and a sacrifice. Strike. Good fastball. Breaking ball hit in the air to right field. Oliva's there. 2 out. Grant now starting to throw strikes and appear more like the pitcher who started the series. Wes Parker had a drag bunt single in the second inning. On a hit-and-run play that turned out to be a wild pitch, he went to third and scored a run. A drive to deep right field. Back goes Oliva. Away back to the wall. She's gone. Wes Parker has shown the big crowd 2 ways to do it. A drag bunt single and then a home run. It's 3-1 Dodgers. Here's Johnny Roseboro, 0-1. Parker hit 8 home runs during the regular season. It appeared that he got a ball up and in a little bit and hit it out. And the Twins start to move around. Line drive backhanded by Mincher. Nice play by Don. So the Dodgers get a run on a hit. And at the end of 4 innings of play, Dodgers 3, Twins 1.
Meet a man who's going places. The kind of man who owns and drives a big new 66 Plymouth Fury. Fury has a roomy action-styled interior. Fury, a big action car. A big luxury car. With a smooth big car torsion air ride. Clean, crisp lines. Real easy to handle. With a performance choice up to the new 440 cubic inch Commando V8. Nothing goes like Fury, the big new action car. A man's kind of car. The big new Plymouth Fury 466. The kind of car you'll want to take the long way home in. Fury is backed by Plymouth's famous warranty. Belvedere. Fury.
They're the greatest.
Next Sunday, NBC will present 3 regional American Football League games. The Buffalo Bills will face the Kansas City Chiefs. The San Diego Chargers will meet the Boston Patriots. The Denver Broncos and the Houston Oilers meet at Denver. That's AFL Football Live, mostly in color, and exclusively on NBC. Check your local listings for the game and time in your city. Jim Grant is due up third in the 5th inning with the Dodgers leading 3-1. Strike to Earl Batty, who struck out in the 2nd inning. In the Minnesota bullpen, Dave Boswell begins to loosen up. Breaking ball over, strike 2. Now he went 0-2 on Killebrew, and Harmon hit it out. There's Boswell. 0-2. Fastball got him looking. So Batty, I think, figured there's no way he's going to try and throw a strike after what Killebrew did. And for Drysdale, his 5th strikeout. Of course, that's what the pitchers always say. People always remember the home run that's hit 0-2. They always forget how many hitters you strike out on 3 pitches. Paid attendance today, 14 less than yesterday. 55,920. 55,920. Breaking ball to the backstop to Quillisi. 1 ball and no strikes. Jim Grant out on deck. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Twins. Fastball hit to Tracewski. 2 out. For Tracewski, that's his first chance of the day. And now here's Jim Grant. Good hitting pitcher. Went down on strikes in the third inning. Jim went 1 for 3 in the first game of the series. He doubled against Jim Brewer. Breaking ball. Big roundhouse curve. Fastball, strike 2. 0-2, the count to Jim Grant. Fastball hit to Tracewski. They go out in order and score at the end of 4.5 innings of play. Dodgers 3, Twins 1. The second half of today's World Series game is brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company.
A new kind of shave. A new kind of shave you can only get when you shave all the way with Gillette. Only Gillette has the slim twist razor. Looks great, feels great.
This slim molded handle gives you better grip, better balance, better control. This trim head makes shaving those hard-to-reach places so much easier. The slim twist opens one-handed. Insert a precision-made Gillette blade with the other hand. Twist again, the blade is locked in perfectly. Only Gillette blades and razors were made for each other. You get
a new kind of shave you can only get when you shave all the way with Gillette.
Now is the time to get your new Gillette Slim Twist razor, complete with Gillette blades, in this handy slim case. Only $1.49.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Dodgers 3, Twins 1. For more play-by-play, here's the voice of the Minnesota Twins, Ray Scott.
Thank you, Vin Scully, and hi again, everybody. Dick Tracewski, the Dodgers second baseman, starts it off in the fifth. He'll be followed by the pitcher, Don Drysdale, and the shortstop and leadoff batter, Maury Wills. Jim Grant has allowed 5 hits. Tracewski, strike 1, fouled out to Mincher his first time up. Playing today at second base because of a foot injury to Jimmy Lefevre. Breaking ball low, 1-1. The teams have matched homers, Killebrew for the Twins and Wes Parker for the Dodgers. High, ball 2, 2-1. But chinks in the Twins' inner defense have contributed to 2 of the 3 Dodger runs. Second baseman Frank Quillisi, 1 away. Don Drysdale struck out in the second inning. The runner on first going with the pitch as the Dodgers went to the hit and run, but Drysdale went down swinging, and Batty cut down Roseboro, the runner, at second. Strike. Grant starting him off with the curve. Fastball low, 1-1. Barring a change in thinking by the rival managers, it looks like tomorrow's fifth game will see a matching again of the left-handers. There's a strike to Drysdale, Sandy Koufax, and Jim Cott. A reminder, tomorrow's game at 3:45 Eastern Daylight Time. Into the seats. A Dodger victory today will, of course, make certain that the teams will travel again to Minnesota. Two and two. I don't think the pitch was as close as some of the fans believe. Just missing low, and it's 3-2. The Dodgers scored single runs in the first, second, and fourth. The Twins only run on Killebrew's home run at the top of the fourth. And so it's 3-1 the Dodgers. Strikeout. So Drysdale, a strikeout victim twice. 2 down in the fifth inning with none on, and here's Maury Wills. This 1965 World Series game being brought to you live and in color, exclusively on NBC. Wills today, 2 for 2. Both of them infield hits, and scored the first Dodger run in the first inning. In fact, of the 5 Dodger hits, only Parker's homer left the infield. Killebrew is in tight at third, Mincher up at first. High inside breaking ball, ball 1. The Twins' infield defense against Maury Wills. Ball 2. Grant has issued no walks in this game and walked only 1 in the series opener. Strike, 2-1. Ball 3, 3-1. The lights no longer on here at Dodger Stadium. Short to first. Grant works a 1-2-3 inning. And so at the end of the fifth inning, the score is the Dodgers 3, the Twins 1.
Not long ago, the stainless steel blade was one of the best razor blades you could buy. Today, you might as well forget it. It and every other ordinary stainless steel blade. Because of this, the Gillette Super Stainless, the totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade. The new Gillette Super Stainless is better than any other blade you've ever used because of 2 things. A new high-chrome stainless steel that takes and holds an incredibly sharp edge, and a smooth new coating, more effective than anything else discovered. The result? Miracle edges and a cleaner, closer, more comfortable shave. So don't buy just another stainless steel blade. Make it super stainless. Gillette Super Stainless with the miracle edges. Your shave will last longer. So will the blade.
Five inning totals in this fourth game of the 1965 World Series for the Los Angeles Dodgers. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. For the Minnesota Twins, 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. The 1 error cost the Twins a run. It's the top of the batting order for Minnesota in the 6th inning. The shortstop, Versailles, the left fielder, Valdespino, and the right fielder, Oliva. Versailles today 1 for 2, a single in the 3rd inning. He has collected 6 hits in 15 at-bats in the series. Gilliam and Parker, at 3rd and 1st respectively, play Versailles tight. Right. Drysdale has walked only 1 today, Killebrew in the 2nd inning. And a far different pitcher than we saw in the first game of the World Series. Foul back, strike 2. Gilliam and Parker have retreated now with a no-ball, 2-strike count. Wills. Out. Great play. Take a look at that one again. One down in the Twins' sixth inning, and here's Valdespino. Singled to left in the first and was out, trying to stretch it into a double, and flied out to center in the third. 3-1, the Dodgers lead here in the sixth inning. Ball one. We asked Sandy before today's game how he figured Drysdale would pitch to him.
Well, I think the way he pitched me the last game in Minnesota, I think he's going to try to pitch me inside because that's the way that they think that they're going to get me out. So I'm going to be ready for the inside pitch.
A strike, and it's 1-1. Sandy hit a changeup for his base hit to left in the first inning. Strike, 1-2. Sandy's only about 5'6" and a fraction, but to the best of my knowledge, wears a size 42 coat. He has powerful shoulders and arms. Labored long in the minors before he got his shot in the big leagues. That pitch was in the dirt. 6 strikeouts for Drysdale. 7 in a row retired by the big Dodger right-hander, and with 2 out and none on in the sixth inning, here is Tony Oliva. The Dodgers have limited the American League batting champion to 2 hits in 14 at-bats. Foul, strike 1. Oliva hits with power to all fields. And he'll hit an off-speed pitch just about as well as anyone in the game. Strike 1. One and one. Foul back, 1-2. Valdespino singled for the first hit off Drysdale back in the first inning. Versailles singled in the third for his first hit. And then Killebrew homered in the fourth. And Killebrew represents the Twins' last base runner. There's the Dodger defense against Oliva. Just missing below the knees, 2-2. This one is hit deep to right. It is a home run, and it's 3-2. Oliva homered 17 times in the regular season. And so the long ball represents the Twins' attack today, and it's a 3-2 game. And look again at that home run that got into the seats near the 380 mark in right center. Killebrew walked in the second, then homered to left in the fourth. A change curve in for a strike. Fastball low, 1-1. Manager Walter Alston, just in case, is getting his ace lefty, Ron Peronowski, ready in the bullpen. Earlier, the Twins had activity by young right-hander Dave Boswell. Fouled back. Ball 1, strike 2. Ron Peronowski in the Dodger bullpen beyond the left field fence. Strike 3 call. Killebrew not too happy with the call. The Twins are out and score a run. And so at the end of 5.5 innings, the score is the Dodgers 3, the Twins 2.
Wow! Who's been using my right guard?
Uh-oh.
I confess.
Me too, Daddy. Relax, Harry. There's an extra one downstairs, and I've got right guard on my shopping list.
Right Guard Power Spray Deodorant is just right for the whole family because nothing touches you but the spray itself. 2 seconds gives you 24-hour protection. Ready to use, so quick, so easy. Right Guard's cool, refreshing mist gives complete coverage, dries on contact, keeps you shower fresh for 24 hours. Pleasant for delicate skin.
Such a nice, clean fragrance.
Right Guard always starts fresh as a shower spray, gives complete coverage. Gillette Right Guard is ideal for the whole family. Remember, nothing touches you but the spray itself. Buy Right Guard in this new decorator container.
Saturday, NBC will telecast one of the top college football games of the year when Texas meets Arkansas at 4 Eastern Time, 3 Central Time, live and in color exclusively on NBC. And remember that before each college football game is the Bud Wilkinson NCAA preview show. Ball 1 to the Dodger leadoff batter in the 6th inning, Jim Gilliam. Fly to left, fouled out the 3rd. 3-2, the Dodgers lead. Fouled away. Gilliam to be followed by Davis and Fairley. Strike. Fastball on the inside corner. 1-2. As we mentioned earlier, tomorrow's pitchers, the left-handers. Outside of Gilliam, 2-2. Sandy Koufax and Jim Cox. Fastball fouled back. The Twins have switched in the bullpen to Bill Fleiss and Alan Worthington. Into the seats. Grant, well, there's the Twins bullpen, the right-hander Worthington, the left-hander Fleiss. Grant went the distance in the opener of the series in defeating the Dodgers 8-2. Just below the knees. Full count. Ball 4. That's the first walk by Grant today, and only his second in 2 games in the series. This brings Willie Davis to the plate, an infield single and a ground out. Gilliam in the regular season stole 8 bases. Twins have Killebrew in tight. Foul back, strike 1. Dodgers center fielder. 3 hits, 14 at-bats in the series. Gilliam leads at first. Fastball high, 1-1. Outside, ball 2, strike 1. Willie has had a look down at third base coach Preston Gomez. Base hit to right. Will leave a strong arm, but not in time. Runners second and third. It is a single. And here's Gilliam as he headed to third on a re-look at it. And on the throw, Davis moved to second. And manager Sam Neely is taking the long walk to the mound. Ron Fairley, the left-handed batting Dodger right fielder, is waiting to bat. But a change will be made right now, as the Dodgers, leading 3-2, have a big threat off going for them with runners at second and third. And third base coach Preston Gomez wants to talk with Willie Davis as Sam Neely talks with his catcher Batty, his pitcher Grant, and the shortstop Versailles. Now, left-hander Bill Price and right-hander Alan Worthington were both warming up. And despite the presence of a left-handed batter, it is Al Worthington, the right-hander, who is getting the call. It'll be his first appearance in this World Series. Worthington, a vital member of the Twins pitching staff, in the regular season, won 10 and lost 7 pitching in relief, and credited with 14 saves. He worked 80 into third innings and allowed only 57 hits. Appeared in 62 games and posted an excellent 2.14 earned run average. So Grant goes 5 innings plus, allows 6 hits, struck out 2, and walked only 1. But the walk to Gilliam started off the Dodgers here in the 6th inning. Worthington throws a natural slider. He doesn't have a fastball in the true sense of the word. His fastball is a slider. He has an excellent curve. Al, a veteran, has been around. First came up to the big leagues in 1953 with the then New York Giants. And in the big leagues has been with San Francisco. He's been with the Red Sox. He's been with the White Sox, Cincinnati, and came to the Twins in the middle of the 1964 season. He was with the 54 Giant Ball Club that beat the Indians in the World Series. And he comes in here in a real pressure spot with the Dodgers leading 3-2. And you'll note how the Twins will play the infield with runners at second and third and no outs. Fairley hit into a force out on which a run scored in the first and foul out in the fourth. Foul on the left side, strike one. Worthington had some arm trouble near the end of the season, but I talked with Allen just before today's game, and he told me his arm felt fine and he was ready when called upon. At third base, Gilliam. At second base, Davis. No outs. Base hit. One run in. Davis to the plate. The throw cut off and a runner at second. And it is 5-2. Twice in this inning now, throws from twin outfielders have either not been cut off or were too high to be cut off. Fairley has his second and third RBIs of the day, his third and fourth of the series, and he is at second, and still nobody out. And the batter is Lou Johnson, 0 for 2. Inside, ball one. Fairley credited with a single and moved to second on the throw from the outfield. Inside, ball two. Versailles made a valiant effort to flag down that hard-hit ball by Fairley, but with the infield drawn in, it was by the Twin shortstop. Step off by Worthington. One of the real certainties of baseball in a situation like that, the crowd will call balk. Ball three inside. In the bullpen, the right-hander is Dave Boswell, and the left-hander is Bill Fleiss. Strike, and it's 3-1. On second base, Fairley. 5-2 the Dodgers. Last of the sixth. No outs. Worthington. Late at first, safe. Runner coming to the plate. Johnson in a rundown. Tagged out by Quillisi. But again, the Twins have a defensive lapse as Quillisi was very late in taking Worthington's throw. And when the ball was dropped by Quillisi, you watch this on the instant replay now. The bunt is to Worthington. The runner goes to third. Worthington has to hesitate. The ball drops. Here comes the runner to the plate. Fairley scores. It is 6-2. One out. Wes Parker with an infield hit and a home run to his credit. Johnson, I believe, was credited with a single. Fouled back, and an error was charged, presumably, to Worthington. Yes. Inasmuch as his throw was not held by Quillisi, and the error was charged to the man making the throw. And then Johnson wound up being tagged out by Quillisi. High. Ball three. I beg your pardon. Ball one and strike two. 6-2 the Dodgers. Worthington gets a strikeout, 2 down. The Dodger catcher, John Roseboro, hit listen to at bats today. A base runner one time on an error. Ball one low. Low, ball two. Strike, 2-1. Low, 3-1. Ball four. With 2 out and 3 runs in the 6th inning, Roseboro on first, and here is Trzaskowski. He is fouled out and grounded out. Outside, ball one. Worthington likes to sidearm the right-handed batters. And he throws a lot of strikes to right-handed batters on the inside corner. Trzaskowski went too far, and it's 1-1. Roseboro leading at first. Outside, ball two, 2-1. Low, 3-1. Grant walked Gilliam to lead off the inning. Worthington, in relief, has walked Roseboro. Shallow center, Jimmy Hall. And the Dodgers are out, scoring 3 runs on 3 hits. There was a twin error and 1 Dodger left. And so, at the end of the 6th inning, the score is the Dodgers 6 and the Twins 2. We pause now for station identification.
This is the CBC Television Network.
In the Twins' 7th inning, Jimmy Hall, Don Mincher, and Earl Batty are scheduled to face Drysdale, with the Dodgers leading 6-2. Jimmy Hall faced Drysdale on opening day in addition to today's game, and here's what he had to say about the way Drysdale has pitched to him.
Well, I think Don Drysdale's pitching me exactly the way I thought he would. Even in spring training, he moves the ball around. He has a good breaking ball. Looked like he was trying to get the ball away from me, and every once in a while come in and try to jam him.
Hall today called out on strikes and grounded out short to first. In the series overall, 1 hit, 5 at-bats. Just 14 fewer people here today than yesterday, when the all-time record for Dodger Stadium was set. Today's announced paid attendance, 55,920. The Twins, oddly enough, have hit 1 more home run in today's game than they hit all season in 9 appearances against the Angels. The Twins' runs today, home runs by Killebrew in the 4th and Oliva in the 6th. Plate umpire Ed Sudol looking over to the third base bag is loose. Ed Hurley of the American League is the third base umpire. It has been abused today by the Dodgers. Jim Cott and Sandy Koufax are the scheduled pitchers for tomorrow's game. Six-inning totals, the Dodgers, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. And the Twins, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors today, plus several mental lapses that do not show up in the statistics. Dodger infield up at first and third. Foul back, strike one. Paul has worn that flap on the helmet since being hit by a pitch several years ago. In on the fist, and the pitch is fouled back for strike two. The Twins have not managed more than 1 hit in any inning. 7 strikeouts for Drysdale and only 1 walk. Strikeout. 1 down in the Twins' 7th inning, and here is Mincher. Called out on strikes in the 2nd and grounded out 3rd to 1st in the 4th inning. Mincher homered off Drysdale in the opening game of the series. 6-2 lead for the Dodgers here in the 7th. Low, ball 1. Let up delivery inside, ball 2. Ball 3. Drysdale a bit upset. Dodger outfield well around to the right. 3-1. The outfield alignment. Foul away. The lights were turned on at the start of today's game, but then were turned off along about the 3rd inning when the sun broke through. Full count to Mincher. 9 strikeouts. With 2 out and none on in the Twins' 7th inning, Earl Batty comes to the plate, twice a strikeout victim. And a reminder that tomorrow's game will be sent your way at 3:45 Eastern Daylight Time. Ball 1. The last 4 outs, strikeouts by Drysdale. Right fielder Ron Fairley. 1-2-3 inning. And So at the middle of the seventh inning, the score is the Dodgers 6 and the Twins 2. Huge Strong has rallied to the charge cry. The traditional seventh inning stretch still being enjoyed by the folks here as Don Drysdale comes to the plate. Drysdale, twice a strikeout victim. Earl Batty hasn't come out yet, and Rich Rollins has been warming up Al Worthington. In 1963, when the Dodgers swept the Yankees, in Drysdale's brilliant 1-0 effort here in Dodger Stadium, he struck out 9 Yankees, and he has already matched that total against the Twins today. And Jerry Zimmerman is going to replace Earl Batty. Zimmerman came into yesterday's game as a replacement for Batty when Batty was injured. Jerry caught with the National League champion Cincinnati Reds in 1961. Drysdale, Wills, and Gilliam are the scheduled batters here in the Dodger 7th. Ball 1. Worthington has given up 2 hits and has issued a walk. Drysdale is left with a very small fragment of the bat. There it is. There's something just a little bit ludicrous about a man the size of Drysdale with a piece of bat that small. So, a new piece of lumber. Ball 1, strike 1. 8 Dodger hits off Jim Grant and Alan Worthington. The Twins have managed but 4. One and 2. Strike 3. So Drysdale has been a strikeout victim 3 times. Second strikeout for Worthington, and with 1 out in the Dodger 7th, here's Maury Wills. 2 hits, 3 at-bats, scored a run. 6 hits in the series and 16 trips. Wilhite and Miller in the Dodger bullpen. Wilhite, the lefty. Twins have used this type of infield defense against Wills in the series. Strike. Worthington is scheduled to be the second batter in the Twins' 8th inning, and so manager Sam Neely has ordered action in the Twins' bullpen. High and away, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. Two and 2. Full count. Hard to imagine a man stealing that many bases. Versailles, 2 down in the Dodger 7th. A fair ball catch. Here's Jim Gilliam. He's been on base 1 time today, walked in the 6th inning and scored. That walk to Gilliam by the Twins starter, Jim Grant, started the Dodgers on their way to a 3-run inning and changed a 3-2 ball game into a 6-2 contest. Powell at first. That pitch hit him. So Gilliam's on with 2 down in the 7th, and here's Willie Davis. 2 hits, 3 at-bats today, 4 hits in the series. So Gilliam nicked by a low inside delivery, and there'll be a runner for Gilliam, John Kennedy. Gilliam heads to the dugout. John Kennedy, many times in the regular season, a late inning replacement for Gilliam when the Dodgers have the lead, as they do today. Mincher, unassisted. The Dodgers are out and leave 1 on. So at the end of the 7th inning, the score is the Dodgers 6, the Twins 2.
You wouldn't think of buying a hat too small or a coat too big. You wouldn't use clubs too long or a gun too short. You insist your mask fits tight, your ball weighs right. But what about your pen? Never thought about your pen, did you? But size counts there, too. Size makes writing easy or hard, cramped or comfortable. That's why Papermate designs the 3 different size, shaped, and weighted pens in the Papermate Profile Trio. That one's the slim, light, responsive, smart. That's the husky, real heft and weight, masculine. And the regular, average size and weight, the one most people like. 3 pens, 3 sizes, shapes, and weights. The Papermate Profile Trio. Pick the one that's right for you.
John Kennedy goes to third base for the Dodgers. And the Twins, down 6-2 here in the 8th inning, will have Quillisi, a pinch hitter, and Versailles. Quillisi today, hitless in 2 at-bats. He is flied out to center and grounded out second to first. Behind him. Ball 1. Dodger infield up at first and third. Ball 2. The Twin runs today, home runs by Killebrew and Oliva. Strike 2-1. Two and two. Shallow center, and the shortstop Wills calling. One away. Joe Nosick, right-handed batting outfielder and sometimes third baseman, will bat for Worthington. Nosick has been up 7 times in the series and has 2 hits. Into right center field, base hit. A one-out single to center, and the batter is Versailles. 1 for 3 today, 6 for 16 in the series. Hit number 5 off the Dodger right-hander. Dodgers 6, Twins 2. This is the start of the 8th inning. Nosick at first, leading. Safe, but close. He almost had him leaning the wrong way. Earlier in the game, the Twins complained about Drysdale's move to first. Not too serious about that one. A great play by Kennedy. Out. John Kennedy with a brilliant defensive play. And take a look at this again. What reflexes. Not a chance for the double up. And with 2 down, the batter is Valdespino, a single in 3 trips. I don't know about you, but I put a circle around that one on my scorecard. Foul back the inside pitch for strike 1. Kennedy to the mound. A ball, 1-1. Conceivably, the Twins would have had runners at second and third with only 1 out, except for that brilliant play by Kennedy. Parker not holding with Versailles, with the Twins down by 4 runs. Ball 2, 2-1. Drysdale's only walk today was back in the 2nd inning. A pass to Killebrew. Two and two. Foul. 2 out. Versailles is on first. Ball 2, strike 2 to Valdespino. Top of the 8th. The Dodgers are leading 6-2, trying to get this World Series even at 2 games apiece. Foul. Another foul back. I'm not sure, but I think Joe Garagiola might have had a chance to test his skills once again as a receiver on that one. 2-2 to Valdespino. Into center field, Willie Davis. Twins are out. Leave one man on. And so, at the end of 7.5 innings, the score is the Dodgers 6 and the Twins 2.
See this man? He's using a stainless steel blade. Has since they were introduced. He thinks they're great. Yet, he'll never buy another one. No, he'll never buy another ordinary stainless steel blade because the Gillette Super Stainless is here. The totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade, made of a new high-chrome stainless steel that takes and holds an incredibly sharp edge, with a smooth new coating more effective than anything else discovered. The result? Miracle edges and a cleaner, closer, more comfortable shave. So don't buy just another stainless steel blade. Make it Super Stainless. Gillette Super Stainless with the miracle edges. Your shave will last longer. So will the blade.
A new pitcher for the Twins as the Dodgers come up in the 8th inning. Left-hander Bill Pleiss. P-L-E-I-S makes his first appearance in the series. During the regular season, Pleiss won 4, lost 4, was credited with 2 saves. In 51 1/3 innings, allowed 49 hits. His earned run average an even 3. So it is Jim Grant going 5 innings, Al Worthington 2, and now Pleiss. Scheduled for the Dodgers, Fairley, Johnson, and Parker. 6-2, Los Angeles leading. And for the 5th game of the series, just as today matched the opening game pitchers, Jim Grant and Don Drysdale, so tomorrow it will be Sandy Koufax and Jim Cott. Jerry Zimmerman, the Twins catcher, replaced Earl Batty. This 1965 World Series game being brought to you live and in color exclusively on NBC. Fairley 1 for 3 today. He has knocked in 3 runs, 4 in the series. Came up with the big hit in the 6th inning with Dodger runners at 2nd and 3rd. Singled into center to knock in 2 runs. Ball 1, high and inside. Into shallow right. Oliva coming on. 1 down in the Dodger 8th inning. Here's Lou Johnson. 1 for 3 today. 4 hits in the series. Looking to the Twins' 9th inning, Oliva, Killebrew, and Hall. Strike. Foul back out of play, strike two. A Dodger victory today means that the two teams will journey to Minnesota for the 6th and, if need be, 7th game of the series. There'll be a day off for travel on Tuesday. 2 strikes on Lou Johnson. 1 out, none on. Dodger 8th inning and a 6-2 lead for Los Angeles. Deep to left. Home run. You see him applauding? Then you watched Lou during the regular season. Is he as exuberant about everything?
It's wonderful because he is anything but blasé. He applauds himself on a home run, and somebody said, "Why in the world do you do that?" And he said, "When I hit a home run, I'm my biggest fan."
There it is on the instant replay, and it was really stroked, a line drive homer. The batter now is Parker, infield single and a homer in 3 trips. So it is 7-2. One and one. Nine hits for the Dodgers today. To Fleiss, to Mincher, 2 down. And now catcher John Roseboro. A base runner twice today on an error in the 2nd and a walk in the 6th. A bunt by Roseboro. Safe. A base hit. For Roseboro, his 4th hit in the series. So the Dodger catcher is on for the 3rd time today. Second baseman now, Dick Krasuski, hitless in 3 at-bats today. Replaced Jim Lefevre yesterday and was 0 for 2 in that game. 10 Dodger hits. Strike. 6 of the Dodger hits today have not left the infield. But with the Dodgers, there's nothing extraordinary about that. Strike 2. Roseboro at first. 2 out. 2 strike count on Krasuski. Valdespino in left. The Dodgers are out and score a run on Lou Johnson's homer. So, at the end of the 8th inning, it's the Dodgers 7, the Twins 2.
Not long ago, the stainless steel blade was one of the best razor blades you could buy. Today, you might as well forget it. It and every other ordinary stainless steel blade. Because of this. the Gillette Super Stainless, the totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade. The new Gillette Super Stainless is better than any other blade you've ever used because of two things. A new high-chrome stainless steel that takes and holds an incredibly sharp edge, and a smooth new coating, more effective than anything else discovered. The result? Miracle edges and a cleaner, closer, more comfortable shave. So don't buy just another stainless steel blade. Make it super stainless. Gillette Super Stainless with the miracle edges. Your shave will last longer. So will the blade.
The Dodgers just 3 outs away from evening the series at 2 games apiece. Would you say that he's pretty happy? The gentleman with the slightly receding hairline to the left of the young fan was Harry the Hat Walker, hatless today. Harry, the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Tony Oliva, a homer in 3 trips. Foul to left. High, 1-1. Drysdale has struck out 9, has walked only 1, and has given up the 5 hits. Second baseman Trzaskowski to Parker. 1 away in the Twins' 9th inning. Drysdale trying to run his World Series pitching record to 3-1. Killebrew today has walked, homered, and was called out on strikes. Ball 1 outside. Foul back, 1-1. High and inside, ball 2, 2-1. Harmon Killebrew has asked plate umpire Ed Sudol something. And apparently it has to do with the baseball. He finds it to his liking. Ball 2 and strike 1. 3-1. Ball 4. With 1 away in the 9th inning, Killebrew walks. The only 2 passes off the big right-hander have been to Killebrew, and here is Jimmy Hall. Hitless in 3 at-bats, and twice a strikeout victim. In the series, 1 for 6. Ball 1. Dodgers not paying any attention, of course, to Killebrew with the score 7-2. Strike, 1-1. Foul back, 1-2. Drysdale taking something off that pitch. Hall grounded out in the fourth inning on an off-speed delivery. Fastball high, 2-2. Strike 3. 10 strikeouts for Drysdale. So Hall strikes out for the third time, and with 2 outs, and Killebrew on first, the batter is Mincher. Hitless in 3 trips, struck out twice. Near the stands, he could not quite hold it. First baseman Wes Parker. Strike 1 to Mincher. The Dodgers today scored in the first, second, and fourth innings single runs, but broke the game open with a 3-run sixth inning and added 1 in the 8th. The Twins, meanwhile, have managed to score on homers by Killebrew in the 4th and Oliva in the 6th. In the dirt, 1-1. Drysdale and the Dodgers just 1 out away from reducing this to a best 2 out of 3 series. Outside, and it's ball 2, strike 1. Foul back, 2-2. You can just sense that this crowd is ready to explode. 55,920. Not many things would please a pitcher more, particularly in a World Series setting, than to end the game with a strikeout. 3-2. And so with 2 down, Killebrew, the runner on first, will be going. Drysdale and the Dodgers have squared the series at 2 games apiece as the Dodgers win it by a score of 7-2. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors the Dodgers, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors the Twins. In a moment, we'll review the highlights of the game for you.
Here's a test to show you what Tame Cream Rinse can do. This girl rinsed half her hair with Tame. Tame is taken into the hair to condition it. This side without Tame tangles. Rinsed with Tame, tangle-free. Without Tame, dry, fly away. With Tame, manageable and shining. Yes, it's a shame to shampoo without Tame. Tame Cream Rinse.
For extra dry or color-treated hair, use extra conditioning Tame.
And now, another message from our sponsor.
Dippity-doo.
New.
Dippity-doo.
For setting your hair.
Dippity-doo.
Rollers.
Dippity-doo.
Easy, neat.
Dippity-doo.
No slips, no drips.
Dippity-doo. Dippity-doo. Dippity-doo.
Real body holds your set between shampoos.
Dippity-doo.
New.
For you.
With Pat Hernan and Jack Stroud following on most NBC stations. To summarize the second game of the 1965 World Series, here again is Vin Scully.
Well, to sum it up quickly, the Dodgers had 6 hits that never left the infield and 2 hits that left the outfield. Home runs by Parker and Johnson. They also capitalized on 2 Minnesota errors and 1 big play with runners at second and third in a tight ball game. Sam Mealy brought in right-hander Alan Worthington, and he pitched to the left-hand hitting Ron Fairley, who singled and broke the game open. This game authorized under television rights granted by the Commissioner of Baseball solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Commissioner is prohibited. Any commercial or other use of the program, such as by charging admission for its showing, is similarly prohibited unless authorized in writing by the Commissioner. So Drysdale won it, Grant lost it, they're even, and tomorrow it'll be Koufax and Todd. Tune in tomorrow at 3:45 Eastern Daylight Time for the 5th game of this 1965 World Series, when your hosts, as today, again will be Gillette, the people who know men best, and Chrysler Corporation, famous for quality engineering. Today's host, Dodge.
This is the CBC Television Network.